I'm gonna show you guys this really easy shadow trick so you can do crazy shadowing real simple. So hi everyone. So today we're gonna be doing some fast 3D letter art. I've been getting a lot of requests to do, some more traditional style lettering. So I decided to make this video. So don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And I got tons of videos coming. And if you want to see something, let me know in the comment below and I'll make a video on it. People ask me, do I use a ruler when I'm doing these lines? Why do they look so clean? And the answer is no, and I'll show you why. Because I picked it up, it bleeds into the paper, and then it just makes a mistake. So throughout this video, you're going to see me using the marker, freestyling it and doing the lines. And then later, I'm going to come in with a pencil to sharpen up the lines. Not a black marker, just because then it'll look too cartoony. I want more of that, realistic look here. And with the pencil, you can sharpen up the lines, but it doesn't have that, that darkness to it. So right now I'm using paint marker. You can use Posca. This is a multi-low paint marker. I think it's all in one for all. Is I don't have any more blue, so that's the reason why I'm using that. So on my Posca markers, I don't have no more light blue, or what is it, sky blue. So I'm doing the initials to my name, FAS. Obviously, that's my artist name, and I'm gonna incorporate some of this kind of traditional lettering into my artwork. I have many styles. I have my own traditional style that I love, but I'm also a teacher of art, and I want people to become better artists. So I'm sharing all these techniques that I use in my art to be a better artist. And instead of you drawing spears and apples, I rather draw this kind of stuff, technical stuff, I guess. And this lighting looks better here, guys, but the problem is when I draw, my hand will block the camera's view. So I draw on the opposite side where the lighting's not as good because of the windows in my office. So right now I'm hitting it with the dark blue, get this different effect. And as I said before, I have, my own style that I've developed, but I like teaching other people how to become better artists because I know how hard it is, guys. Believe me. I was the one always on YouTube before YouTube was a thing, looking at how to become better artists. I didn't have money to go to art schools or buy these fancy books, even though I have some books, but YouTube was a big help. And I feel like even to this day, it's still lacking, so I'm here to make my content, my channel, and then just explain, how I use art and how I use art, in my different styles to create the best art, the most unique art out there. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to shade, but not using all, this technical. I'm going to show you how to shade the easy way. This is how I do it. No special blending stuff, just tissue paper, a pencil, and, the marker itself, showing you the shadow work. So right now I'm coming in with the white, cleaning up these lines. And right here, I'm going to use, I'm scraping off some of like the excess paint clumps that I get from the paper and paint. Because for some reason this paper like still gets chewed up even though it was a good paper. So right now I'm coming with the pencil and I'm hitting all the corners, with the ruler to get the lines really crisp and sharp. And you're going to see how it just makes it pop. So I don't have to come back in with the paint marker and correct the lines. I normally do that, but in this one, I'm not doing that because it will take too long. And this is just a sketch. If this was for a client and attention to detail is really important to me, then I put extra hours into it. But this is just something that I'm doing to show people technique and process that you can implement in your work. And as I said, if you want me to make a certain type of video or your name and your style, and I have the time, and you're willing to support me, like, comment, share my videos, let me know and I'll do it. Or I'll make a short. I've been doing shorts for people lately. They've been asking me, hey, can you do the letter A, and for me, can you do the letter L? I've been doing those. So right now, as you can see, I'm coming with the pencil, making those lines a lot crispier. And then, like I said, with the pencil, it doesn't really have that really dark look. If I were to use a black marker, it wouldn't look as well. It's just more, this looks more realistic, like it has a realism look to it. And watch when I add the shadow. So right now I'm going to add the shadow real simple, guys. Like a lot of people are trying to figure out light source. I have the window there on the right side of the video. On the upper side. It's the right to me, but it's the top of the camera. So you can see I have the light source. So all I'm doing is just taking the marker, putting that there, and then instead of me trying to figure it out, everything is there. All the shadow work, the depth, the opaqueness, whatever you want to call it, it's there. So all I'm just doing is copying that, emulating that. So I'm taking the lines and trying to figure out where I want to have these lines coming out. Going to the A, doing the same thing. This is a technique. This is not cheating. This is no whatever you hear about art school. It is what it is. Art is art. This is a technique you can use. So it's a real simple technique. Anybody can do this. So you're not really wasting time, like I said, trying to figure out where your light source is coming from or what it should look like. And also when it comes to the shading stuff, go soft and go in circles. Like do like, number 8, because if you do like straight lines and you do it really hard, when it goes to fade, it's gonna be on the paper. So it's better you do like small circles and go around and even hold the pencil this way, so you have more of a flat level. So you're not really into the paper, you're just hovering above it, and then you just keep going until you build up, a little bit of, lead on the paper. Because you want the paper to get, saturated with the lead. You don't want to, like, you're not trying to draw on the paper. You're just trying to, like, like mist the paper, like dust it up. And once you get, like, enough of that, you come in with the tissue paper, piece of tissue paper, toilet paper, whatever. And then you just put a little bit of pressure, and then you just, like, scrub the paper in one direction, 2 directions, back and forth. And then you'll get a fade there. Right, you don't need a blending stump. You don't need none of that, guys. Simple technique. And then you come in with the eraser and you just erase the top line so you can get a really crisp, sharp lines. And then you dust off the eraser, and then you can come back even with the tissue paper and try to fade it out a little bit more, and you get like that airbrush effect. And this is what I do in all my portrait paintings as well. It, like I said, if you want to complicate yourself and you want to do what is it called? Not crosshairs. I said crosshairs. Cross hatching and all that. That's cool, but that's more for comic book work. And depending on what you're trying to achieve, if you want to do something really simple and give that illusion effect, this is all you got to do. And if you guys want to see me make a video on how I do my portraits, let me know in the comments below. Just comment and share my videos, and I will make the content. So here I'm continuing to, just hover over it, just build up the lead on there. I'm not trying, like I said, to color into the paper. I'm not putting pressure on the paper. I'm just building up the lead so I can fade it out. And then I come back in with the tissue paper, and then I just, it's like I'm scrubbing the paper, but not too hard. I'm not going in there. I'm just, on top, some light pressure just to fade out, the lead. And as you can see, it has already a fade look, Now I'm coming in a different angle just so I could build up more lead on there, coming in harder. Because once you have that first layer of lead on there and you come in a little bit harder, you're not going to really have the lines because it's already saturated in the paper. Because the paper has like these small particles of grains within them. Like if you put them under a microscope, that holds the lead. So now I hit it, second layer. Now it's a little darker. And you can use different kinds of pencils, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just using one pencil because a lot of people out there, they're not going to really have all these special pencils. I'm just doing something simple that anybody could do. I know not everybody has Posca markers, but you could literally do, this with a regular marker. I just like using the Posca marker just because it's what I like to use. Coming in here, I'm keeping, I keep building up the shadows, making it darker on the inside and lighter on the outside. And the more lead you put on top, the darker it gets. So I'm continuing that right now, and then I'm gonna dust it off with tissue paper again, and then I'm gonna come with the eraser and try to clean up the lines so they don't look as faded. Here I come in with the eraser, cleaning up the lines. And once you come in with the eraser, that's where it starts to pop. Like it gives that really hard look to them. And like I said, guys, this is a technique that I've been using throughout the years. This is a technique that I developed. This is how I create my art. I tried doing it other ways, and I felt like it's just a waste of time, like trying to build layers and using all these special pencils. I do use, different darkness of pencil. But I mean, a lot of times, like I said, this I just like doing it this way. It's easy, you know. If you wanna spend 50, 60 hours drawing and you get enjoyment from it, that's cool. But when you're a professional artist and you're working on commissions, you're working on, product design and everything, you're trying to get as much work done as possible in a short period of time, but also have quality. So sometimes you're not really trying to cut corners. You're trying to develop your technique, and that's what I've done throughout the years. So here you go, it's done. Got that little illusion effect there. And it's just a sketch. If I put a few hours into this, I could probably make the A, put highlights and everything, make it look really nice. But this is just an instructional video how you can do this kind of art. It's not too hard, guys. I like to share my techniques with people, my understanding with people, just because I know how hard it is to get to this caliber of art, and I want people to get there in a short period of time, because that's what we're here for, is to share information.